So the next part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you all of the services that you should be registered for. Now, I refer to the services that I use, which you don't have to use. There's always competitors in the market, and if you have used the competitors in the past, continue using them. If that's how you feel comfortable, then by all means continue using them. But if you are happy to switch, or if you've never used one of these services before and you're happy to use the ones that I refer to, use them. I am an affiliate for all of them, but the only reason I am is because I use them. I have always used them. They might not be the best. They might not be the cheapest. I've got no idea. But to me, I've just always used them, so I'll continue to. But you definitely don't have to. But you should be signing up to at least the service type. If you don't sign up to the exact service, you should sign up to the service type. So I'll go through that now. And there's a list of all of the services that I think you are required to sign up to get your Rainmaker site happening. And then there's a list of optional ones. And that list will be below this tutorial video. You could go ahead and sign up for these as you go, but again, this just makes sure that you don't have to. This might take you half an hour or an hour now to do it, and that's a half an hour of an hour of time that you would be spending in that 2-week period that you've got the trial. So it's all of these services are free to sign up, and it just makes sense to do it now before you sign up to them. So we'll go ahead and I'll show you all of the ones that I sign up for. The first thing you're going to need is an internet domain registrar and web hosting company. So this is where you will register the domain name for your site and set up some hosting and potentially some email accounts and that type of thing. So I use GoDaddy, and there'll be a link under the tutorial as I refer to it. So GoDaddy is easy to sign up for. The domains are cheap. The hosting's pretty cheap, and all of my domain names are all registered with GoDaddy. It's just simple and easy. So, create my account. You just go through the process. I'm sure you know how to sign up to this type of thing. So I'm a new customer and that type of thing. So that's the first service that you're going to need. And if you don't want to use GoDaddy, there's plenty of other domain registrars out there. If you've already signed up for one and that's where you keep all of your domains, then you don't even need to do this. Just skip this part. The second thing that I think it's absolutely required to sign up for is a email marketing solution. So when you come to put together your website, the most important element in a money-making website is your email list. The old adage is the money is in the list. So when people come to your site, you need to have a form there inviting them to give them their name, give them their email address so that you can get in touch with them. And by far, that's the most important element of any revenue generating website. So to be able to manage those emails, manage that list, send out bulk emails, send out automated emails, you need to have an email marketing solution ready to go. I use MailChimp. I've always used it. I think it's really clean. It's really easy. Customer service is great. As you can see, it looks nice. It looks simple. Another good thing about it is I'll show you the pricing structure. So for the entrepreneurial, and I'll show learn more. Okay, so for the entrepreneurial account, it's a free sign up. So it's limited. You can't do automated emails. You can't do a couple of things, and it's only if you have fewer than 2,000 subscribers, and you can only send 12,000 emails per month, but it's free. So I suggest that you start by signing up to this one. Today, like when you go and do all of your sign-ups, sign up to the free version. You can upgrade it really easily, and you don't have to. If you've already got campaigns set up under the free version, you can just upgrade it and it won't affect any of that. So I started with just the free version, and then you can grow as your business grows. Or if you want to access some of the other services like automated emails and that type of thing, then you can upgrade. It's not that expensive even when you do upgrade. I think it's $10 a month. There you go. So subscribers 0 to 500 is $10, but you get unlimited emails and you get all the other services I was talking about. And then it goes up from there. But for now, just sign up for the free version. So that's MailChimp. I know that there's another service called Aweber, which some people prefer. I've never used Aweber, so I can't really refer it. But if you have used Aweber, or you prefer to use Aweber, then by all means, use Aweber. Rainmaker also supports Aweber, so I know that they support Aweber and MailChimp. So yeah, it's your choice, whichever one you prefer, but just be sure to sign up to an email marketing solution. Okay, the next thing that you should be signing up for is a place to buy some top quality royalty-free stock photos. Unless you're a photographer that's going to be relying completely on the photos that you take yourself, which you may do, but for most of you, you're going to potentially want to buy some stock-free photos, and I have bought plenty over the time, and it's easy. You just buy them, and they're royalty-free. So I suggest that you at least sign up. It's free to sign up to these services, so you may as well. The first one of these that I'll show you is iStock Photo. And iStock Photo is run by Getty Images, and I think they're like the biggest image curation company on the planet, or one of them, so that it's pretty good. iStock Photo is, I think, a premium service. So they have a great extensive range of photos and illustrations, and video and audio, obviously, and you can always find good quality photos and illustrations that really suit what you're looking for. The pinch with iStock Photos is that it's pretty expensive. So it used to be not as bad, but then they changed their pricing structure not so long ago. So the minimum price for any photo or any illustration is $13. And I mean, that might not sound a lot, but it can add up. And it didn't used to be that expensive. The price used to vary depending on the size of the photo that you purchased. So, but now it's $13 is the minimum standard, and then it's 6 credits is $65. So the good thing about it is that you will 9 times out of 10 find the perfect photo or illustration that you need. The problem is that it might be more expensive than what you're willing to spend. So register for this one. I register for, and I buy photos from this when I can't find them on this other service that I'll show you. And the other service that I will show you is from the Envato Market. So we'll go here. This might not be the most ideal way to get there. Might have to go through sites. No, we won't do that. So let's go to Photo June. So Envato has a whole bunch of markets here. ThemeForest is where you get themes for websites. Code Canyon is, I'm assuming, where you get some code that you can use in your site. Video Hive, obviously, Audio Jungle. The two that I'm talking about are Graphic River and Photo June. So Graphic River is for all of your illustrations, and Photo June is for all of your live photos. So people and cartoons, basically, but that's a pretty simplistic way to say it. Now, iStock Photo has photos and illustrations in the one platform. Envato have split it, so you've got photos here and illustrations here, and it looks exactly the same, but this is where you'll get all your illustrations. This is where you'll get all of your photos. The good thing about Envato is that it is cheap. It's a lot cheaper. So you'll get photos here for $5 or under, whereas here they're at least about $13. The problem is that Envato don't have the range that iStock does. They don't have the quality of photo, and they don't have the range. However, I would always start here because it is cheaper. And I think 7 or 8 times out of 10, you'll find a photo or an illustration on this service, on PhotoJune or Graphic River, that suits what you're looking for. And it does enough. And, you might spend $2 or $3 for each one. Whereas this one, you might find a great photo straight away, but it's going to cost you, 2 or 3 times that. And another thing with Envato, make sure if you intend to use it, that you deposit some money into the account. You don't purchase them as you go. The problem with purchasing them as you go is I think you pay $1 or $2 excess, and when the photos are only costing you $2 or $3, it kind of adds up if you're buying 10 photos and that type of thing. So it's just a lot easier. I just deposit $20 at the start, and you're always going to use it. But obviously make sure that you do want to use it. So those are the two that I use, and I know that there's others out there, and if you want to do some research and find them, go ahead. But I use Graphic River or PhotoTune or iStock Photo, and again, these links will be under this tutorial. Okay, the next thing that you should be signing up for if you haven't already is either Elance or Odesk. And Elance or Odesk are platforms where you can connect with designers and website programmers and that type of thing. And they will, so you go through here, I want to work, I want to hire, I want to work. And Elance is a platform where you can connect with people from all around the world who can basically do jobs for you. So if you need some design work done on your site, then Elance or Odesk is the place to go. You go in there and you post a job. You may, want the fonts all changed on your website. You go onto Elance and you post a job saying, can someone help me change the fonts on my Rainmaker platform website? And then you'll get a whole bunch of people that pitch to you and they say, yep, I've got all this experience, I can do it in one day and I'll charge you this amount. And then you award them the job, and when they've done it, you pay them. So this is kind of connected with this outsourcing document that I was talking about, where by the end of it you can just go onto Elance or Odesk and post a job and say, I need all of these things done, or post individual jobs if they're not all related. So Elance or Odesk or Freelancer, any of these is a good place to start. Just sign up so that it's free to sign up, obviously, and just have it there in case you need any design support, any technical support, any administrative support. There's people there that will do basically anything, and it's relatively inexpensive. And you can find someone from all over the world. If you're living in the US, you'll find someone from the US. If you want to outsource it to someone in India, then there'll be someone there who's really top quality that will be able to help you out. So that's outsourcing. The next thing you want to sign up for is an image hosting service. So I use PhotoBucket. Okay, so PhotoBucket is a website that hosts all your images, and it makes it really easy to add images to your website with PhotoBucket. And I'll show you more of this in later tutorials, but for now I think just know that PhotoBucket is an essential if you want to set up a website that has really good quality images linked up there. So I'm not sure of any of PhotoBucket's competitors, but I'm sure they're out there, and if you want to use them, then yeah, go ahead and see what they're about. But yeah, PhotoBucket, it's free to sign up for, and it's really simple and easy to upload photos and then add them to your websites via their direct links and that type of thing, and I'll show you more about that when we get to it. The next thing is social media, which I'm sure you're all over. If you're not signed up to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, but you need to be, if you think, I need to connect via some social media platform, then do that first. If you don't want to use your own social media accounts, then sign up for ones for your website and that type of thing and have them ready to go. I mean, again, you can do that when you've already launched your Rainmaker site, but why not do it now? It might take you half an hour to do it, and that's quality time that you could be spending, hustling to get your website in a position where it can start earning money. So yeah, sign up to all your social media. And the last one is sign up to a traffic stat keeper. So obviously the main one there is Google Analytics. And Google Analytics will integrate completely with Rainmaker, and that just helps you to see how many people are coming to your website, what they're clicking on, what they're doing. It's really important that you have it so that you can keep track of all of your stats. I'm sure you've had a bit to do with Google Analytics over the journey, but if you haven't signed up, or if you want to create an account specifically for your Rainmaker website, then just go ahead and create an account there, and just make sure you're signed up for that. So those are all of the required services that I think you'll need. They're all linked underneath the tutorial. Make sure you spend the time to sign up to them now. It's obviously a drag. It's not a sexy part of putting together a website, but when you come to using these services, when you're putting together your Rainmaker site, you'll thank me, because it'll just be such a time saver. And if you don't do it, you've just got the hassle then, and I don't think you want the hassle then. I mean, you've just committed to $1,000, and you're spending 2 weeks just trying to see if that $1,000 is worth it. So don't do things that waste that time. Just do them all now, get them all out of the way.